Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. So today we're over on the free-to-play account and we're just going to be going through some Q&A. We got quite a few summons over on this account. If you got some questions, start to pop them in chat. We'll answer them the best we can. Right now we're just going to go through, we're going to collect up our 40 of 40 from our friends list, collect up our mail, do all of our dailies, just knocking them out here. Guild leveled up again, guys. Remember, Hippo Shack is already at level 8. That is right. We're at level 8, meaning we can have 5 more players within the guild. What's going on, Dusty? Thank you for joining us for the stream. So yeah, we're just here, just Q&A, really hanging out today, taking it easy. We've been grinding out a lot right now of the hunting fields. There is a ton going on in there. What's going on, Javid, Dark Blaine, Victor, Kenneth, Milton is here as well. Good night, guys. I think Milton either saying goodnight or going to bed. Not sure exactly. A lot of people from all different time zones. Like I said, Q&A, we'll just go ahead, run through questions, answer them the best we can. Not too much going on. Gonna make some progression in here. So we have not made really solid progression in the free-to-play account in quite a while. Even pushing through the towers. Definitely need to make some progression. What's going on, Pluto? So I'm hoping we can push through a couple stages, possibly a chapter or two would be ideal. Still using Shamira, kind of going between Shamira and going between her and Ainz. Still have Damon as the main carry. What's going on, Adele? So ultimately, it's going pretty well. I mean, we're already in chapter 21, almost in chapter 22, but we need to do some summons, guys. We have about 30, I think 31, almost 32,000 diamonds on this account. We have quite a few pole coins, 31,000 pole coins. So hopefully we can get lucky with some of the heroes. I was going to wait for the new light bearer. Hero. Not too impressed with how he looks. We're going to have to find again where he fits, if he fits anywhere. And the ranger is a warrior class. So kind of interesting if you guys have not caught on to that yet. The Ranger is a warrior class, which is very interesting. We want to finish out the Dreamy Garden. That way we can go ahead and summon all of these heroes. So Kenneth, it's 3 a.m. Javid, it's 5 a.m. Hey, Hippo, is it raining where? No, it's not raining where we're at. It's hot here, Kevin. It is supposed to be like 9 or 85 tomorrow, which is a little bit weird for June, but yeah. Supposed to be significantly hotter tomorrow. As you guys seen, the new Misty Valley is up. Make sure you clear that out as soon as possible. Ton of rewards to be having there. Also, it said with the new Misty Valley, there are tier 3 stones in there, guys. So for the first time in the Misty Valley, which we can just take a look at that really quick, they said there are now tier 3 stones that you can get out of the Misty Valley. So I'm hoping that is the truth. There they are, guys. Boom, tier 3 stones have dropped in the Misty Valley, so you can actually pick them out of there. I would definitely go over those just because they are so rare. Getting them out of the shop, definitely pick up the tier stones. Yeah, Dusty, that's exactly what a lot of players have said. The Walker Texas Ranger Warrior is what we've heard a lot, or the Walker Texas Warrior, because again, as you guys have seen, he is a warrior, which again is very interesting. All right, so we got 74 scrolls, we got 500 companion points, 31,000 diamonds, a couple Stargazer summons to go ahead and continue looking for the twins. We do have quite a few stones here. So I'm hoping we can get a couple more Ascended Heroes, maybe even get to the point of unlocking the Resonating Crystal. Would be awesome. So we have 11 Elite Hero Stones. Boom, let's see what we get, guys. We got, look at that. We got Aziz, we got Alna, we got both of them, guys. Celestial and Hypogen right there. We got Leica, which is awesome. We have Rowan in there as well. Double Leica. We have Pippa, we have Kren. Look at that pull, guys. What's going on, Marcos? Look at that pull. That is the viewer's luck. As you guys watch, there it is. Alna and Aziz. So we got double rare heroes out of there. Very cool to see. All right, we'll start here with our companion points. Finally got 10 Ascended Heroes and got to chapter 31. That's awesome, Kevin. Once you get those 10, you unlock your the ship, the heroic ship. So we got an elite right there, which is Hendrik. Hopefully we can pull a couple out of here. Still need food. We need some more light bearer food, which would be awesome to see. What's going on, Sheen Evil? I know, Levi. Alna and Aziz. That was a very, very solid pull there. So we have our 10 Ascended Heroes with our one, or no, that's an Ascended Hero. We only have a couple Ascended Heroes on here. And an Elite right off the bat, guys. Let's see what we get. It is Leica again. That's already triple copies of Leica. We have quite a bit. And double. An Elite to a double. It is Iran and Soros, guys. Look at that. That is awesome. Double Wilders. And another one. 3 in a row. Which is Silas. Man, we are getting lucky with the summons tonight. That is a crazy, crazy selection of heroes we just pulled. Look at that, guys. That gives us double Leica. That gives us another Alna right there. A lot of food, another Silas. And again, a lot more rare heroes and a lot more food. Even adds another star there to Belinda. Which Belinda might be who I'm going to use for a swap scroll. We might have to use a swap scroll here. Yeah, the luck of the viewers, guys. Every time that we do this, it's insane. Gwen, Oden, or Silas, who would I max? Look at that, guys. Another double. Wasn't even watching. I was reading. Rowan and Pharrell, guys. Absolutely perfect. 7 furniture. Gwen, Oden, or Silas. Honestly, I would do probably Oden. Oden's used in a bunch of different formations. Silas is really good too, just because he brings, or no, not the furniture. Yeah, I would go Oden. The FF machine, absolutely. I would go 9 of 9 furniture for Oden. I'm disappointed with the new light bearer. There is still no good DP. Yeah, I know. Sheen Evil, 100% agree with you. When I was on this morning, if you guys haven't seen the video, very disappointed. 1, it's a warrior class. 2, he has a bunch of guns that he goes just face to face with. I can't see him being used anywhere. There's a lot of heroes that do exactly what he does because of the DPS. We have a lot of heroes. And of course, when you look at the warrior versus the ranger, especially in the elder tree, the ranger tree outperforms the warrior tree by far because they have the life leech in the warrior tree. So if they would have made Walker Texas Ranger a ranger, I think it would have been way better. I honestly think we would have been a lot better off. Silas 9 of 9 is very huge. There's a copy of Nara. Let's take a look at Silas 9 of 9. The effects of the ability can be utilized by ranged allies whenever injected fury is used. So 9 of 9 on him, very, very strong. But what is Oden's? Because I know Oden is another hero. I don't even know. Yep, we do have him here. Oden, well alive. Oden's passively uses the ability Void Lightning every 8 seconds to attack the enemy with the highest current energy. If you're running Oden, that is very, very powerful as well. Because remember, with his signature item, the Void Lightning just gets stronger and stronger and stronger the entire battle. So when right here, Oden's attack rating is raised by 5% and his haste is raised by 4 points up to 15 times. So once you get that maxed out, that every 8-second Void Lightning is doing a ton of damage. Plus the Void Lightning does the energy, which is big. Recovers an additional 50 energy points for every enemy struck, allowing him to just chain. But yeah, Silas and Oden, Javid's saying Silas. You know what? We'll go with Silas. Both of them are very, very strong, and both of them, FF Machine, you'll want to max out. You'll definitely want to take both of them all the way to 9 of 9. I'm trying to get Silas to 9 of 9. He is getting close. Yeah, it just takes time, Dusty. And look at that, guys. Another elite, which is Rain. Need to build Rain. Need that 3 of 9 for Rain. Used in some places, not that often anymore though, but we can definitely utilize her. Now we got 31,000 diamonds. He has both 7, Silas 9 of 9, and then Oden is actually very close, both of them. Yeah. And that, like I said, I completely agree with Javid. It's both of them are very, very strong. Silas in his own right for what he brings to the team, buffing the range. Oden is used in a lot more of the formations when it comes to the campaign, but Silas is used in a lot of bosses, including the Grotesque Mage. So, yeah. A lot of warriors aren't good. Only Nara, Isolde, Saurus, and others. Yeah. Honestly, when it comes to the warriors, the biggest thing that I notice, and I've said this for a while now, is when it comes to the warrior tree, you have accuracy, which can help, but you have life leech, which if the heroes are shielded, this ability does nothing. Unfortunately, this is pretty mitigated from if they're defensive if they have shields. Where same, I think for the fortitude tree, I really feel like in here, I know they have haste. They need some sort of damage mitigation for a tank to really make a lot of the tanks class a tank, to honestly make them a tank. I would love to see them build some sort of damage mitigation just in here versus having Scrag with damage mitigation, having Arthur with damage mitigation. I want to see it built into the tree. I think it would be a lot better just to have it, again, just to have it baked into the tree. It would make it really easy for tanks. A lot of tanks don't really tank. If you guys haven't noticed, look at Lucius, look at Almus, look at a lot of different tanks. They don't have the survivability that I really think they should. Boom, there is another double, guys. Iran and Raku. Look at that. Yes, absolutely, Javid. I was really hoping they were going to redo the life leech ability or even make the life leech ability work through shields, anything of that nature. But right now, life leech, that is probably the biggest downfall that we've seen for the Mauler team is that life leech ability. And another elite, guys, back to back with Saurus again. Wow. Should I use my diamonds for regular summons or for the desired hero summons? Buck, it really depends on the heroes you're building. So I use the desired summons to finish out some of the faction accounts. I use quite a few of them to finish out some of the key heroes, which there is Titus, guys. So we got an unlock on Titus. Very strong hero, does take quite a bit to get him built, but he provides crowd control in the Mauler Tower, which is really good. Like I was saying, Buck, for the regular summons or desired hero summons, once you have the core heroes, I wouldn't build them. Like if you're looking to build, let's say, a Silas, or if you're looking to build Grez, I would even say it with possibly by building Grez, building Saurus, building some of the real key core comps, building Damon maybe first. I would go ahead and do a desired summons for those. The rest of them, I would just do the regular summons. There's a couple core heroes that I would really spend the time to build first because they do awesome, which Damon is absolutely one of them. He's a hero that even though I have him ascended, I haven't taken him out of the wish list because he is that strong. Saurus is another one. If you really want to perform in the Twisted Realm, especially up to the point of you having Grez built, Saurus will do awesome, and Saurus will do very, very well with the guild bosses with Rose as well. There we go, guys. Ascended Saurus. Very nice. Now we can actually take him and level him up quite a bit. I think we're going to have a couple other heroes to build up. In the Grotesque Mage, you can use Tassi Teleport to increase your hero's damage. Yeah, I've seen that, Quam. I've seen a lot of players doing that, and that is kind of a trick that is a little bit further down. When we started getting into the Fabled Realm, nobody's using Tassi anymore. But I noticed on a couple of the faction accounts and even the free-to-play account that a lot of people were still using Tassi in there to increase the hero damage. So it did work. Strilda does a great job at damage mitigation. Yeah, Absolutely. That's kind of the real point. Estrilda does a good job at damage mitigation, but Estrilda with her 3 of 9 furniture does really well when it comes to increasing damage. Another copy there of Chimera. That is the reason a lot of players use Estrilda when it comes to the Chimera combo. There's a copy of Scrag. And I can't even count how many heroes we've pulled, guys. That is an insane amount of heroes. We have 1 summon, 1 Stargazer here for the twins. Boom. Gives us a copy of the twins. Man, Lilith is just absolutely giving everything up today. It has been crazy with the summons. All right, so do we got enough food to build Rowan? So we have Rose, we have Rain, 1, 2, 3. See, and then we have copies of Rowan. We had 1 more food. We could actually build Rowan and max him out. Let's check out Scrag. Do we got Scrag? We got double Scrags, guys. There we go. So Scrag is ascended. The swap is hidden so deep in the bag that I hope I never find it with my luck swapping on Monday. Yeah, that's the big thing, Kenneth, is honestly, for a lot of people, I really feel like with the swap scroll, players use the swap scroll, not really, I guess, what it was intended for. I think a lot of players used it when they really didn't need to. Honestly, that's kind of my thought. I got an insane amount of messages about the swap scroll. You know, should I swap my Elite Plus for my Legendary Plus or for my Mythic Plus hero? No, I would wait to get a lot more in depth, get a lot more heroes built. The swap scroll is really to replace a hero that you could have possibly made a mistake on, but it's not something to swap for an easy hero that you're just going to build again. That is the one thing with the swap scroll. If it's a very easy hero that you're just going to go ahead and build again, in my opinion, that's not what the swap scroll is for. My select summons resets in 9 days, and then I'm getting Daemon to Ascended. How important is furniture for him? Daemon is really, really strong in furniture. Daemon's a hero, guys, that the stronger that you build him, the more you build Daemon, the better he is going to perform. All the way up to the plus 30 signature item, all the way up to the 9 of 9 furniture. He is a priority. I would absolutely build Daemon, especially if you're using him. He's awesome in the Graveborn Tower. He's awesome in the campaign. You've even seen him running in Chapter 36, where my pay-to-win account is. We're still using him. We are still using him in there. For me in the campaign at 190 level difference, no Caribou is able to sing. Yeah, I know Sheen Evil, and I think even at that difference, I would like to see a tank do something short of, oh, I don't use any tanks or I can't use any tanks, just for the simple fact that it's not worth it. You throw in a tank and the tank dies in an instant. The game is more centered just, like you said, CC or the immunity. So you got Brutus, you got a couple other ones. I forgot that Tassie's SI also reduces the boss damage. Yes, it does. Absolutely, Kwame. The Tassie, when she teleports, it reduces the damage you take. All right, so here, since we have Iran maxed out, look at that, guys. We got Iran and we got Saurus maxed out. What's going on, Board? Board joining us here. Should I build Peggy to Mythic for the tower? I'm falling behind on levels. Marcos, honestly, I have Peggy built. I have yet to use Peggy. I've tried Peggy a lot of times in the campaign. I've tried Peggy a lot of times in the Lightbearer Tower. Didn't really seem to make a difference. I can't find a place where Peggy really shines. Like, oh, Peggy is very OP. You have to use her in the Lightbearer Tower. She will definitely carry you. That hasn't been the case. I haven't found a place, even having Ascended Peggy, I think 1 star or 2 stars, I still have not found a place where Peggy really fits. What's going on, Icy? Casuals here to show some support. Casuals have been rocking it out in the Abyssal Expedition as well as the hunting fields. Definitely big shout out to my guild. I swapped my 5-star Gwen with an Elite Plus Damon. Now he's signature item 30 and all 2T gear. Yeah, absolutely. And that, Dusty, is where you would probably use it. Just for the simple fact that essentially is what it's made for. Where if you have a hero like Gwen, if you have a hero like Belinda, if you have a hero like Shmira, that you're not using anymore, and you have an Elite Plus Damon, right there, guys. Now you're going to run Damon for the rest of the game. That is what it's used for. But I've seen swaps where heroes don't have signature items, heroes don't have furniture. They're just swap and scroll to swap scroll for a couple of levels, possibly a couple of stars, and that's it. So it's kind of tough there. Game character is a nice mustache and yeah, I want to see how well he is. What do you think, board? What do you think of the new hero? What level is the pay to win account? 427, 428. I think it's around there, board. All right, so let's look at the Graveborn guys. We have Shmira here, which I think we can add another star to. Still building Shmira out. I believe Silas, we just need a little bit more food because we have copies here, which we have Sylvana. So as you guys see with that summoning session that we just did, which was absolutely bonkers. We got 1, 2, 3. Is that 3 heroes to Ascended? I think that's 3 to Ascended already, which is awesome. We have made a ton of progression. We got another copy of the Twins out of our Stargazer pull. Boom, legendary already. Getting ready for that Celestial Tower, guys. If you guys haven't checked it out, Celestial Tower definitely in there. Let's see, Damon is still relevant at chapter 36. Yes, absolutely, Levi. I still use Damon. Do you think they will add a dimensional tower? Because I think they will not want to, because new players will complain. I don't think so right now, Sheen Evil. Even looking at the map on the test server for the Celestial Tower, it doesn't look like there's a place for it. As of right now, Sheen Evil, there isn't a place for it for the Dimensional Tower. There's the Celestial Tower on the top, and then you've seen the cloud cover for the Hypogean Tower, but there's nothing on there for a Dimensional Tower. Looking at the map, unless they reconfigure it again, there's no place for a Dimensional Tower. How good is Alna? Yeah, Dark Mafia, Alna is very, very powerful. Alna provides an immunity which is, in the AFK arena, Alna with an immunity is an absolute superpower. For her to be able to use her furniture, for her to give this to other frontline heroes, Alna's a hero. So most people are building the priority of the Twins. I always say the Twins just for the simple fact that the Twins have more utility and more effect in the game than anything else. You're using the Twins in the Abyssal Expedition. You're using them in the hunting fields. You're using them in bosses. You're using them in the Twisted Realm. You're using them in the campaign, using them in the Trials of God. The Twins have more utility, in my opinion, than any other hero. Straight up build the Twins to Mythic, so you got their survival. Then most players are switching to Lucretia. Once the Twins are built, Lucretia is a hero that can solo most teams. When you start getting further into the campaign, when you start seeing a more solid level deficiency, Lucretia can kill out most of the campaign. Then most players are going to Alna because of the immunity that she brings. The haste reduction makes a big difference, the crowd control, but most players are building Alna. If they're not building Alna, then they're building Taylene. So either or, a lot of players have a good portion of Taylene already built just because she was out so far in advance before Alna. But now that Alna is out, most players are going straight to Alna from there. What's going on, Yorit? I'm in chapter 21, free to play. Should I worry about stargazing at all, or do I put all my diamonds on normal summons? Hitesh, really depends when you start getting. I would roughly say my general rule of thumb is about 13. I would say probably maybe 12 to 15 ascended heroes, not including dimensionals. I would start Stargazing. Because what's gonna happen, Hitesh, is if you start Stargazing too early, you're not gonna be able to push far enough in the King's Tower. You're not gonna make enough progression here to start continuously, week after week, pulling Stargazer cards out of here. So you're gonna burn all your diamonds to get one Celestial or Hypogean hero that you can't use within the faction towers anyways, because you wanna get the Stargazer cards out of here. I would say the other general rule that I go by is once you start hitting, let's say 125, 135, 145 in the King's Tower, in the faction towers, go ahead and do some Stargazing. If you have enough to get 5, 10, 15, 20 cards out of these faction towers to Stargaze, because remember, every tower gives 5 cards every 10 levels starting at 125. So if you're pushing, 15, 30, 60, 100 Stargazer cards out of here, that's 100 Stargazers. If you start Stargazing too early, you're not going to be able to make progression in there. And that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to be left behind because you can't make progression in the Stargazer to pick up the Stargazer cards. So you're kind of, if you Stargaze too early, that's exactly what you're going to miss out on. You're going to miss out on Stargazer cards. Building Celestial Hypogeans are going to be even more priority because this new tower is going to be the best place to get Stargazer cards. Absolutely, Darren. But so far, going through 20 stages, really easy if you guys checked it out, again, with the video on the test server, the free-to-play account. I'm running Legendary in there. I think I had 2 Mythics and then Legendary and Elite Plus. Yeah, you're getting Stargazer cards out of there, even with subpar heroes. I don't have anyone geared out. I don't have anyone maxed out. I really don't have anyone on the test server. It's kind of the account that we mess around with, but you can still make some solid progression. We just moved 20 levels in the Celestial Tower. It's very easy. I'm using Damon in the hunting fields. Between him and Isabella, they delete the field within 10 seconds. Yes, absolutely, guys. Damon is a very strong hero because similar to Lucretia, Damon is a hero that can support himself. So he's actually not going to die very easy. He's a hero when he starts getting his shields up. Works very, very well. All right, so we'll go ahead. We'll level up here. So we'll go to 220. I'm not sure. We got to see who else we got. And again, I haven't played this account in a little bit. It has been a little while. So 220, 240, 240. Who else do we have at 200 right there? We're actually going to have to reset the rickety cart. Then let's go with Iran. We're going to level him up to 240. Then I don't think we have enough. Oh, we're short. We're short on essence, guys. So not too bad, though. 240, 240, 240, 240. We just have to get Saurus up to 240. So we need more of our hero essence. And then we will be completely max out at 240 and we'll unlock the resonating crystal. At that point, 240s across the board. Or 220s across the board. So not too bad right now. Is Moriel used in the top PvP comps? Yes, Moriel is used in the PvP comps, guys. If you've checked out here, even just looking at the Champion Hall, Moriel right there. Boom. PvP comps. I think all the top teams, there's Moriel. Going down here, looks like we don't have Moriel in this formation. But again, most of the top PvP comps are running Moriel. So we've seen her quite a bit in PvP. It seems like that is really the place that people are running her. Yeah, Lucretia absolutely is a beast. Should I take Zolrath or Odin to SI 31st? If you have Zolrath already built, Zolrath is super powerful, guys. He does take a considerable investment, which again, I don't really have him built here. Plus 30 signature item. Damage ignores defense rating and damage immunity effects of enemies that have less than 40% of max health. That's pretty strong. Zolrath is a very strong hero, but he does take a considerable amount to get him built. Takes the signature item. I believe most of the time everyone builds him with the furniture. I'm still in the process of building him. But yeah, Frequency of his normal attacks are increased by 50% after the Annihilate for 65 seconds. Pretty strong overall. I don't know why Rowan is higher than the twins. Could anyone else explain this? What do you mean? Why Rowan is higher than the twins? You mean Rowan the hero? Like Rowan? Like why is he a higher priority? The big thing with Rowan is really a couple things. One, he has the energy potion. Guys, this energy potion that you can get, which will give him a couple more levels here. The energy potion that he gets on his cart is absolutely bonkers. 400 energy points is insane. One of the best, probably the best signature items in the game. Then you couple that with his abilities. He has very strong abilities. Healthy supplies. So now he has heals and he has energy. This is a stun or an energy battery. He has a stealing energy points here. And then, of course, he has damage control. When he takes burst damage, he mitigates all the damage with his energy. Again, from the moment Rowan was released, probably one of the strongest heroes in the game. And still to this day, remains too. Just had to show me losing again in the... Oh, were you in there? I didn't even notice you were in the LC. Oh, there it is, guys. Icy. But you know what? It was casuals versus casuals. So look at that. A guilty one, right? Yeah, I've made it to the Legends Championship a couple times. I've never made it past the first round. For a free-to-play account, Jordan, right now as free-to-play, I would go for Damon first. Damon, absolutely. He is such a solid carry, guys. He can carry a lot, especially free-to-play, because you're not going to be building Lucy up anytime quick as free-to-play. But Damon is really, really strong. The twins do give energy, but Rowan is simple to build. That's really the big thing is Rowan. You can do the desired heroes. You can summon for light bearers. You can use scrolls on him. You get a couple copies of him. Rowan's very easy to use. What's going on, Jordan? Yo, what's going on? What's going on, Trigger Happy John? Trigger Happy joining us. The champion page doesn't show the true formations. Oh, it doesn't? Because most of the ones I seen, there were Celestials in there. Hi, I need a Lightbearer carry. Do you think it's worth to build the new Lightbearer hero when he's out of the global server, or should I focus on Gwen? Prioritizing in the Lightbearers. Windows, honestly, with the Lightbearers, it's very tough. So even looking here, just breaking down the Lightbearers overall, Gwen does pretty well. A lot of people were building Estrilda. They used her in Dark Namora, but really that's one of the only places. Gwen is pretty strong. Rowan, of course, build. Rose has some utility, but short of that, there's not really many carries within the Lightbearer. People used Ullard for a little bit, then stopped using him. I haven't seen him in formations in a long time. Peggy still never found her place. Oscar, no one really builds. Thane, usually not. Falks for a little bit of crowd control, but not really. Short of probably the only three that I would prioritize building, Rowan number 1, Rose and Gwen. And Gwen even falls off when you get to late game, end game. So to have a Lightbearer carry out of there, I mean, if you're talking damage, it would be Gwen. Really. And even then, when you look at like the tower, usually need Hendrik for the knockbacks, Estrilda for the knockbacks. There's a lot of formations you have to use kind of around those two. But again, Lightbearers, it's a very tough formation. It's a very tough formation to build. I don't think we have Ainz anymore. So I think Ainz went home. I think Albedo went home. Or do we have him back? I thought I heard one of them back. I hired Ainz back. So this is the comp that we've been running. We can let's throw in Iran here. We'll just give it some shots. What's going on, Hyatt? Not bad. Figured I'd watch you play this game. Yeah, Trigger Happy John. Honestly, this game, It's super friendly, free to play, which is why a ton of people play it. It is very, very friendly, free to play. Um, and it's so deep in content now. Big thing, I know Trigger plays Summoner's Glory, which I still play, not as much as I did, but they come out with new content for this game every couple weeks. Honestly, every couple weeks, you are getting brand new content. You're getting new heroes. You're getting changes. You're getting a lot of the feedback you put into the game. Lilith keeps this game super fresh when it comes to, hey, if you stop playing for a month, when you come back, there's going to be a lot of stuff different. There's going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of changes in the game, honestly. Minty is copying my Sora's God Comp formation on one of his accounts to get 9 of 9. Very nice. I haven't seen Minty in a while. I don't know what Minty's been up to. He used to join the chats all the time, but not so much. What circumstances should you use the mythic furniture cards? So the mythic furniture cards, guys, actually we're going to do some summons in here. So there's a specific way to do this, and I'll kind of break it down for you. So furniture comes in 3 different sizes, guys. It comes in small, medium, and large. So you actually have these 3 different furniture sizes that you can get. So depending on the furniture you get is going to be dependent on the heroes that you use it for. So what that means is when you look in here, you can have 3 pieces of large furniture. You can have 3 pieces of medium furniture. You can have 3 pieces of small furniture. If you get 3 pieces of the same furniture in the same room, there's a chance that you can get duplicates. So you'll actually get a duplicate. So you'll get another piece of the same furniture. So instead of adding, let's say I had all 3 of these and those were the only 3 I had, I could get a duplicate and stay at 3 of 3 instead of going higher. You can see right up here, I have 3 large, 3 medium, 3 smalls. So the thought process is if you get 3 pieces of furniture in a single room, you can continue summoning. If you get 3 pieces or 6 pieces in 2 separate rooms, I would start using Stargazer cards at 6 of 9 at that point, just because the chances are that you're going to get another piece of furniture in this medium or the small room. Now, same holds true if you get 6 pieces of furniture and there's 2 large, 2 medium, 2 small. Absolutely go for that 7 of 9 because there's no chance of you pulling a duplicate piece and you're going to get the benefit of having a summon versus using your cards. So if you get 6 of 9 and 2 rooms are full, I would use the cards. If you get 2, 2, and 2, I would go ahead and continue summoning till you get one of these rooms filled, then use your 2 remaining cards to finish out those summons. We have 3 cards already on the table here, keeping the wish list the same, which we're going to drop out. I'm thinking Albedo. Let's put Silas in here just because we have him. Still going to have to build Grez, still going to have to build out Tassie, but we'll do some summons. Glory to Estruca, the greatest country. Not sure even exactly where that's at. How long does the Celestial Towers every 3 days? So just like the normal rotations, yep, 3 days a week is what it has. So yeah, you can burn through, guys, 60 floors a week, which is awesome. Absolutely 60 floors, which there's another piece for Damon. So that gives us 2 of his 9 back-to-back mythic pulls, guys, which gives us a piece for Silas. We're going to have to drop a lot of these heroes into the tower. We don't have them in there. What's going on, Anthony? Boom. We got our first piece there for Scrag. Waiting for the Thorin cheese board. If you've seen I got the Thorin cheese to work. It took 10 minutes and we got it to work one single time. But we got the Thorin cheese to work and it did work. There's a piece for Grez. Still got to build up Grez a lot. Have a couple copies of them. Just need food. All right, so there we go. We got 2 cards on the table. These cards I'm just going to save because we have so many new heroes to add here. I have Tailene, Wukong, Flora Twins built level 400. Going to get so many Stargazer cards. Yeah, exactly. I'm curious about really two things about the Stargazer card is at what point is it going to get super difficult, or at what point are you going to essentially be stuck in the Stargazer Tower or the Celestial Tower, and at what point is it going to drop anything different? I know it went from the amplifying emblems, then it went to the Stargazer emblems, or not Stargazer, the Celestial emblems. I'm hoping the whole entire thing stays with with the Celestial emblems. That's exactly what I would love to see, is those Celestial emblems just stay every 10 floors, and then every alternating floor is Stargazer cards. I hope they don't change up that. I really hope they don't change up the loot we're getting in there as the floors get higher. I would hate to see them drop Stargazer cards out of there. There we go, guys. We got Arthur as well. We just actually finished out Arthur not too long ago. All right, so smart selection. We put a bunch of heroes in here. So we'll just drop them up in here. And I don't really do much with this. I even put a lot of the heroes just to the same place. And we just optimize all the furniture. There we go. So we got 2 for Damon. We got a piece for Scrag. We got a piece for Silas. Gonna take us a little bit to unlock all of the rooms. And right now, I am just going to save furniture. We're not going to go through and we're not going to use any of it. We're just going to save it right now. I can't pull any Grez furniture. Been on the wish list for 2. Michael, honestly, a lot of players that could not pull copies of Grez or could not pull furniture for Grez use scrolls. They use multiple cards to get him built because he is so hard to build. He's very hard to build. I had the same problem. It took me a long time to get him to a 9 of 9. A lot longer than it should, just like where you're at. It took me probably the same, probably about 2.5 months to max out Grez. Just wanted to say, Furry Hippo, love your content and inspired me to put my voice out into the world. Oh, thank you, Dark Blaine. I see your name every time that my heroes come here to collect their loot. I see Dark Blaine in the bottom of the oak inn all the time. I see his little characters in there with his name. Almost 3 days I haven't got dupes from furniture these days. Not sure. Yeah, a lot of people put furniture. Well, some people put furniture in there to get dupes. I don't. Again, I don't like the duplicates. I want as much furniture on as many heroes, 9 of 9. And I think one of the big things is I don't PvP. There we go. Javid and me leveled up the guild. We got there. 6 guild members may be appointed as exemplary. We're on 8. So we guild limit +5 max activity. So we're already at 8. We were full for a while. I had to remove some players that were inactive. It looks like even a lot of people in chat are in here as well. So we're definitely doing well for the guild. Furry, do you think about the new game Gotcha from Lilith name dislike? Sheen Evil, I haven't seen it. So as many of you guys have seen, I do a lot with BlueStacks. BlueStacks actually wants me to live stream a couple different games, which is going to be coming up pretty soon. I love checking out new games. I would definitely check that out. We played the new game with Warpath. We tried out Warpath. That's from Lilith. Warpath seemed like the game was just a reskin of the other game that they have. The Kingdoms, I forget exactly what it is. We played it a little bit. They had the crossover frame in here, but it seemed like it was just a reskin, exactly kind of the same as the other game. I've had Eins on the wish list since it was released, and so far only 1 furniture. Nemen, yeah, that's just really bad luck. What do I think of Leofric? Leofric, I think is, I mean, short of his crowd control, that's really the only thing that a lot of players are using him for. I want to get him built. I want to see where he's really going to perform. With the Shadow Massive, it seems pretty good. Every time I've used it, it dies in a hit. I know it does mitigate the attack rating on there, but it usually dies super quick. I'm going to have to see. I'm not sure if Board has been using Leofric or really anybody in casuals to see exactly how well they've been doing. I passed the wall. Are you planning to do a video to push chapter 34 on FHG? You're it. I will. We'll go through and make some progression on the FHG account. I haven't had time, guys. Making videos, real life, just doing everything. It's a time sink. There's a considerable amount of time. Looks like we hit player 140, player level 140. We'll go ahead. We'll push through a couple chapters here, or a couple stages at least. Get Stargazer cards for the Yeah, the Celestials and Hypogeans, definitely, guys. Stargazer cards are super important in this game. Alna is a way better warrior priority than Saurus. Yeah, Alna for a warrior, absolutely, guys. If you're building Alna, big thing with Saurus, and the reason I build Saurus early is the Twisted Realm. As you guys seen, when I just leveled up the Elder Tree, I was able to max out all of the tree because of Saurus pushing the Twisted Realm. That's really the reason. Is I've been stockpiling a lot of my tree juice because I can push the Twisted Realm, which is good. So far on chapter 3230, I maxed out Saurus, Grez, Eron, Ainz, waiting for furniture for Isolde and Gwen. Any suggestions? Who's critical here to go for? If you have Saurus, you have Grez, you have... I would really go for Lucretia. Lucretia, very, very powerful. Damon is very powerful. And I'm not sure, Six Pilco. Yeah. Damon is very powerful as well. I would absolutely recommend Damon. You can use him through a ton of the game as you continue progression, even going into higher chapters. You're already on 32. I'm in 36 now, still using him. Still working very well. I'm currently hard stuck on chapter 23. Lewis, chapter 23, the big thing is what I do, and this is kind of the general rule of thumb when it comes to AFK Arena, push the campaign as much as you can. You're stuck in chapter 23. Once you're stuck there, hop over here, make sure you're clearing the labyrinth, make sure you're pushing the King's Tower, make sure you're pushing the arena, hop in the Peaks of Time, knock out some of the Wandering Bloon, knock out some of the Forest Mania, the Trials of God, the Historic Adventures, knock all of these out. Once you've went through everything you can here, go back to the campaign. A lot of times you can pick up quite a bit of loot out of here, whether it's artifacts. I haven't done this in a while, but picking up gems, picking up artifacts, picking up essence out of here, you'll be able to push further in the campaign because of what you pick up on all of the side events that AFK Arena has. So it's really, really important that you play AFK Arena in its entirety because you will get stuck in the campaign. And a lot of times it's due to essence. Essence is really the point where you get stuck in the campaign. Even right now with Saurus, I am stuck with essence. It's going to take me a while to get almost 38,000 essence there, which since we're using him, we could probably put some gear on him, but it will take quite a while to pick up that much essence. I don't think any of the heroes here have any gear, actually. Yeah, Damon is definitely awesome. Lucretia can solo teams. Damon can almost do the same. Damon is very, very powerful as well. When struggling to get a Hypogean hero, what is the best way to get one? Tyler summons. That's it. That is the only way is the Stargazer. The Stargazer, if you're looking for a specific hero, especially when it comes to Celestials and Hypogeans, if you're doing regular summons, you're not going to get them. You're not going to get them in any quantity. You're going to have to Stargaze for them. That's honestly your only option. Next SI, would you go Raku, Saurus, Silas, or Damon? You can get two of them. I would honestly go Saurus. The big reason, again, why I go Saurus is because of his utilization in guild bosses, his utilization in the Twisted Realm till you get Grez built. Damon, Damon will do well at a plus 20. You don't need a plus 30 on Damon, especially earlier. The Blood Shield will work without the 2-second additional buff. The Blood Shield will work at a plus 20. Damon's not a huge priority. Raku and Silas, Raku, a lot of people are using Raku. The big thing with Raku is a lot of players that are using Raku have a team that is built around him with his plus 30 signature item. It can do a ton of damage, but again, you have to have the team to support him. I've seen a lot of players running Raku with Arthur. So Arthur strengthens Raku's already strengthened normal attacks. Yeah, Saurus is not a big priority, Sheen Evil. But if you're at this stage, and a lot of players don't have Grez built and won't have Grez built for a considerable amount of time. So that's really the big thing, is building Saurus early is very, very easy versus having the investment of Grez, because Grez does have a considerable investment to be really well and perform really at a top tier, especially having other heroes with Grez to really help support. Saurus can kind of do it by himself, and you can definitely push a lot of the Twisted Realm. I use Saurus in every single Trial of God. I've used Saurus. I've used the Speedy Lizard comp, and it's worked perfect. Yeah, Raku is pretty overpowered. What program do I use to record the videos? I use Streamlabs. This is all done through Streamlabs. Everything you see here is all through Streamlabs. Works flawlessly until we put Twitch in there. Once we put Twitch in there, Streamlabs didn't like it very much because they have multi-stream. That is why it has been completely deleted. Twitch is gone, guys. You can't even find it anymore. We're just sticking to YouTube. Twitch is for heavy streamers. I would really advise Twitch. I mean, if you're streaming daily, okay, yes, Twitch is absolutely what I would look at. If you're a daily streamer, if you're streaming for hours and hours at a time, absolutely, guys, Twitch is the market that you're looking for, the viewers that you're looking for. I don't. I stream for 1 hour at a time, usually twice a week, and that's it. Yeah, Twitch not really worth it. I played ROK in the first day of release for 4 months. Yeah, and that's what I've noticed. ROK, just like we've seen with Rise of Kingdoms, just like I've seen with Warpath. Warpath, guys, is super pay to win. I mean, I know the Rise of Kingdoms is Lilith's #1 grossing game. It makes more than AFK Arena, makes more than any of the other ones. So again, it seems like with Warpath, they kind of duplicated. They kind of duplicated the game, is what it kind of seemed to me. It was super similar to the Rise of Kingdoms. What's going on, Law? I've done all the side content. It's available. Guess Essence is the problem right now. Still need 40K. Yeah, so essentially, Lewis, once you get that 40K, you'll unlock the Resonating Crystal. Once you unlock that Resonating Crystal, you'll gain probably from 240. I think from 240, I went to about 255. In progression, there was easy. Once you kind of got to that point, it was easy to buzz through a ton of levels once you got everyone to 240. Once you were there. It just takes time. Lilith put natural stops in the game. Either you buy money to overcome the wall, or you just stop progression for a little bit. My alt is on 2216. We're getting there. We are definitely getting there. Raku beat Saurus in the Arden Boss 2. He's a beast in the Abyssal Expedition. Yeah, I've been using Raku actually on my Wilder account in the hunting grounds, or in the hunting fields. Hunting fields, he has been doing really well. He puts out a ton of damage. I have him maxed out though, but he is putting up a ton of damage, putting relics behind him in the hunting grounds. She is sup. I don't see her much as a healer. Should I swap Raku for Namora? I'm hesitating because she is the only hero in the Wilder faction. So Namora is actually very strong with her 9 of 9 furniture. So if you guys haven't seen, so Namora's 9 of 9, she will mesmerize a hero, or essentially crowd control a hero that gets close to her. So players run Namora up in the front line. She is pretty defensive, but with her furniture, as soon as the battle starts, she will beguile the hero in the front, which is pretty strong. And she'll also beguile another hero just with her natural ability. So for the crowd control aspect, a lot of people, I'm sure Sheen Evil uses Namora as well. It's kind of a cheese trick with her crowd control, but it works. It works really well. Have you tried Counterside? No, I haven't. Again, I'm always up to trying new games. I'm testing them out, seeing what they're like, what they're about. Haven't found anything to really hold my interest for a considerable amount of time. Played Summoner's Glory for about 2 months, probably 3 months now. Gotten to a point there's not too much going on in the game, which a little disappointed about, but very cool game indeed. Yeah, Saurus is a really good healer. That's another reason when you get his plus 30 signature item, Saurus can definitely heal. If you let him get all 5 stacks, he can heal a ton, which works well. Yeah, the ultimate beguile, exactly. Saurus is a better healer. Yeah, but that's just it. So if Saurus is getting interrupted, you're not going to have the healing. That's kind of the big thing. You'll use Namora. I use Namora too. Have you ever played WoW? Yes, Dylan. If you're talking about World of Warcraft, I played World of Warcraft for about 10 years. We beta tested World of Warcraft when World of Warcraft came out. I was in one of the top guilds in World of Warcraft from the beginning. We used to play every single day, multiple hours. We would raid for 8, 10, 12 hours at a time. Even some of my buddies were sponsored by companies to play World of Warcraft. If WoW, you're talking about World of Warcraft, yep, we played World of Warcraft since World of Warcraft was introduced. It's kind of hesitate to swap her. Sometimes she gets me out of a pinch in faction towers. Yeah, she's good in the faction tower too. Who hasn't played WoW? There you go. One of the biggest games, I believe, ever. Yeah, World of Warcraft I played for a long time. I played on not the, wow, I can't even remember now. We were not the Horde. We were the other ones, the Alliance. We were the Alliance and we had friends that were Horde. We used to swap heroes. So we would actually swap accounts. We would play each other's accounts. So sometimes we would play Horde. Sometimes we would play Alliance to go through in raids, because back then the Alliance had Paladins and then the Horde had Shamans, and they didn't have each other. So the Alliance couldn't play Shamans and the Horde couldn't play Paladins. So it was interesting back then. Oh, the World of Warcraft days. There's a tier list for everything and guides in the channel. Yeah, that's really the big thing, especially with this game, guys. The more that you kind of plan out how you're going to make progression, the more that you plan out what you're going to use your resources for, the better you will do. Trust me, guys, the more planning you do, the more closely you follow tier lists, furniture lists, wish lists. All of them pay off dividends when you start seeing your progression. No, yeah. I played WoW from beta until the end of 2020. Oh, very nice, Sheen Evil. Yeah. So just to put it into perspective, how much we played WoW is there was some factions that you needed to farm different keys, farm different instances over and over and over to get exalted with the rare factions, to get special titles that took literally months and months, if not years of farming to get the titles. And I have them on 2 of my heroes. Some of those I had all of the mounts, all of the super rare mounts out of all different places. I farmed that game, again, guys, every day. when I played World of Warcraft. If the Hypo Tower were released, it's just going to be, yeah, the Hypo Tower is coming, Quan. If you've seen the picture, it's there. The tower is already there. It's covered in clouds, and they did it intentionally. I would not be shocked if the next patch, they're just going to drop the Hypo Tower. I mean, honestly, I would be shocked if we didn't see it. I wish AFK Arena had 160 free summons like Counterside. Oh, yeah, exactly. AFK Arena, Lewis, is actually, it is super, it is very, very super friendly, free to play. They give us codes quite a bit. They do giveaways. They do events kind of nonstop. They do a crazy amount of stuff in here. And I mean, I've played Idle Heroes. I've played a bunch of different games through the years. And this game by far has been the most free to play friendly game that I think I've ever played. Honestly, out of all of the games, especially the gacha games. This has by far been the most free to play friendly game that I've seen. Will you make a guild for Clash of Clans? Because I'm joining inactive. I joined one. There was another viewer in here that invited me to Clash of Clans. I haven't probably played it in about a week. I don't want to make a clan in there, just like Clash Royale. I play that every now and then. I don't play enough to run a clan. Honestly, it takes a real commitment, and if I'm not willing to put in the time and the effort, I'm not going to. Absolutely not going to. They just re-released the Burning. Nice. Yeah, I got on WoW probably about a year ago. I stopped playing when we finished the Panda Bears. When they had the Panda Bears was where I stopped. I finished that expansion, so I played from beta to where the Panda Bears. What do I think about the new Greyborn hero? Desira is awesome, guys. What's going on, Great Day? Desira is absolutely amazing. I recommend building her as soon as you can, guys. I have her on the Greyborn account. I have her almost maxed out. She is a super, super strong healer. Absolutely. You'll use her in the tower. You'll use her in a bunch of different places. Absolutely build Desira, guys. I cannot say it enough. I have her on the Greyborn account. She does awesome. You didn't join my clan. Again, Pluto, I don't play enough. I have a guy that I work with that plays Clash of Clans. He wanted me to check out Town Hall 14. I hopped on, did the quick video, the throwback, joined the clan, upgraded the Town Hall to 14. Haven't even seen it there. It takes 20 days to upgrade, so it's going to take a long time. What event do I like to see returning? I love the key events. So when we did the key events, so when they mix up I forget what it was. It's like the Celestial Key event. I think they did it for Christmas. I like the event where I get to choose the squares. Because similar to the Magician's Hat, every single square you choose, every time you use a key, you get rewards. You get loot, which I absolutely loved. Do you think she's better or the same tier as Silas? I would probably say a little bit lower. The big thing with Silas, guys, is one, the immunity that he brings, and two is right here. If they're over 50% max health, they get a 20% boost to attack rating. That is very, very strong, guys. And immunity, when you start seeing the level deficiencies, when it starts getting harder in the campaign, the immunity is absolutely awesome. What's going on, Jester? First time catching the stream, really enjoy the content. Currently saving for the Lone Ranger. I'm doubting his viability. What do you think of the new hero? Honestly, Jester, it's too early to tell, but most people are saying he's not going to be worth it. Not being a warrior spec. If he was a ranger, it would probably change a little bit. But with him being the warrior class, a lot of people have said they're disappointed. They're not seeing where he's going to be used. He just has a knockback with a short stun. His damage didn't seem that impressive. We're going to have to see exactly where he lands when he comes to global. If you're planning on building Jester, I would wait. I would wait a week or two after he's released, see where he falls in the tier list. Let all of the whales go ahead and build him out, max him out, see how good he does. I don't want you to do a significant investment in a hero that you're going to build and then be like, oh, he sucks. Which that's exactly what I don't want it to be. I don't want you to invest in him and him not be any good. What do you think about the character Isabella? I just started. I want to know. I got her. Isabella is really good, guys. She does, similar to other heroes, she does take a considerable investment. But since they've added the fear to her, she can destroy the Graveborn Tower. She does pretty well in the campaign because of the crowd control aspect they added to her. Crowd control, guys, rules AFK Arena. Absolutely, it is. Crowd control is what runs the game. Is it okay to upgrade factionless gear if we reach faction tower to 240? Field of Stars gives 100% bonus. Nope. Never upgrade your factionless gear. Wait for better gear. With the factionless gear, it will stay factionless right here. Don't upgrade the factionless gear, guys. It's going to be a waste. They talked about redoing something or turning it in for scrolls. I don't think anything ever became of it. Make sure when you're upgrading gear, guys, it does have a faction. Very important. You can't use a swap scroll on factionless gear. It doesn't do anything. At least I don't think you can. Nope, no swap scrolls. So I can't give it a faction. The factionless gear is still kind of worthless at this point. It's all good, man. Offer is always... Oh, absolutely, Pluto. Yeah, like I said, if I played... I don't want to join your clan and then not play. I don't like it. I don't join unless it's a commitment. I want to see Town Hall 14. It's getting there. If you ever decide to make content for Counterside, I have an endgame account. I'll check out Counterside. Need to build Wukong for the tower. Yeah, Wukong seems like he's going to be really strong in the tower. Alna will be really strong in the tower. Taylene. A lot of the Celestial heroes are going to do awesome in there. I've been playing Clash of Clans for 7 years now. Every day on Town Hall 11. Oh, yeah. Clash of Clans. And just like this game, guys, I play a lot of video games, and I've played a lot of video games. We were in the League of Clash of Clans, so we were competing with players from all over the world. I was in one of the top clans when we were playing, one of the top ranked clans until I stopped playing. We stopped playing. I stopped playing a while ago. Yeah, we were all max Town Hall 13 when I stopped playing. Everyone in the guild, I think 50 of us were maxed Town Hall 13 at that point. Which one did you enjoy more, the Battle of Blood or the War of Wits? Yeah, definitely the Battle of Blood. I think the Battle of Blood was pretty cool. I didn't even realize until I was going through it after probably a couple days that it was different. I thought they had redone the War of Wits or redone the Battle of Blood to be the War of Wits. I didn't realize it was two different ones. Yeah, Isabella's buff. It made her really strong, guys. It made her ultimate do something. Before, you never wanted Isabella to ult because it resulted in way less damage. But now that they reworked her ult is good. You consume factionless gear, it gives you the tier stones back. Yeah, if you only used it. If you used it on factionless gear, it does give you them back. But I just want to turn in the factionless gear, period. Or let me use swap scrolls on it to give it a faction. That I would absolutely love it. Either way, honestly. If they made a dimensional one, it's most likely... yeah, absolutely. I don't know any team comp where if they did a dimensional tower, why you wouldn't run Albedo and Ainz. Pretty much in any team. I don't see a reason why you wouldn't run those two together. Do you think next patch Lilith would have a buff or a rework? I hope so, Quam. I am still waiting for Almas. You guys know I love Almas. Always loved Almas. Still haven't seen a rework. Waiting for it forever. Just like a remove all button, remove all gear button. Still never seen that either. Hopefully soon. If you're spending money in the game, what is the priority? Priority number one for AFK Arena is the advancement packs. The advancement packs are by far the biggest value above anything, which are right here. So this one, it's 20 bucks. You get 45,000 diamonds. This is the best value, period. Save 20 bucks. If you want to put anything into it, 20 bucks for 45,000 diamonds. Even looking down here, so 25 bucks. Here you can get around less than 4,000 for 30 bucks. Or you can get 45,000 diamonds for 20 bucks. It's the best pack in the game. Short of that, I like the Noble Society, but you have to level it up first. Don't spend money early on the Noble Society. Get it to level, I think it goes to 6 now. Once you go through a couple cycles, you'll level up the Noble Society. It'll be way more beneficial to level up the Noble Society. Reset scroll to turn faction. Yeah, exactly. That's what I want, Dusty. I hope they rework Almas or Kaz. Absolutely. For the Dreamy Garden, how do I do number 4? What is number 4 for the Dreamy Garden? Number 4. Oh, so if you already completed the Voyage of Wonder, you cannot do it. The new Voyage of Wonder, which is the Void Rift, is going to be out probably within another day or two. When the Void Rift comes out, Alexander, you'll have to complete that one. The timing of this, when the Dreamy Garden dropped, there was a Voyage of Wonder up. If you completed it before the Dreamy Garden dropped, you couldn't do this one. So that's why I don't have it done. I already had the previous Voyage of Wonder done. The next Voyage of Wonder will be up before the Dreamy Garden is over. So you'll have to finish it out pretty quick to finish that one. The Void Rift, I think it'll be up tomorrow. I think tomorrow the Void Rift will be up in here tomorrow. I think it's like right here. So it'll be up very soon. I wish they buffed Lucretia. Yeah, absolutely. Lucretia, when she was released, most of you guys know, when she was released, she wasn't very good. They did buff Lucretia right after she was released. They said she wasn't performing on the level that they wanted her to. They buffed her, and now she is what she is, guys. She absolutely destroys. They reworked, I believe, her signature item. They reworked her furniture right after she was released. They reworked her. Maybe even trade 2 or 3 of the same mythic none. Yeah, exactly, Levi. They've addressed it a couple times, but they've never done anything about it. The test server is bugged to go into the Celestial Tower, your bottom, and yeah, I seen that, Hills. They need to they adjust a few things, and that's exactly why we have the test server. The test server, we run the team comps over there. We see exactly what's working, what's not working, the bugs they need to work out, the fixes they need to do. That is the point of a test server. I know there are a few games that don't run test servers and they'll release stuff that's broken, which is just kind of silly. But AFK Arena, again, they do it right. They do it on the test server. They make sure it works. They make a lot of adjustments. They make hot fixes on the test server. There's a lot of changes. Look at that, guys. New VIP level. And then we unlocked Verk. I like the fact they feature Morale in the Void Rift. Yeah, great day. Absolutely. It makes sense. Morale is the Void herself, kind of. So we'll pick up our rewards from our VIP level. Right there it is, guys. 60 more stones. It's not too bad. We pushed all the way to the end of 22. I'm sure if I geared everybody up, leveled them up, we could make a lot more progression. Definitely have to get this team to 240. Just need, again, like 38,000 essence, which is going to take just a little bit of time there. I think they'll add Guild Wars over a year. They were talking about working and still nothing. Oh, we had Guild Wars. Yeah. I don't know if they're ever going to rework it or if they're going to bring it back, but we had Guild Wars. If you guys have played AFK Arena for a considerable amount of time, it is Guild Wars used to be in here, and usually just a couple teams that are good at PvP, like casuals, just kind of ran Guild Wars because they have a whole entire stack of players that are PvP. I like the fact that Furry answers all the questions. Yeah, absolutely. Big shout out to Javid, to Sheen Evil, to D, to everybody else that answers questions for me. I try to catch them all. I try to get them all. If I don't, a lot of other players in here, super knowledgeable when it comes to AFK Arena, so they can't pick them all up. See you later, Levi. Have a good night. Yeah, do I think Guild Wars should return? I think they would. I think they really need to rework a lot of it. For, like I was saying, a lot of players in Guild Wars, they're going to have to do... Honestly, the only way, Quam, that I would bring Guild Wars back is just tiered. It would have to be tiered on level or tiered on PvP, maybe put in the martial ratings, or they would have to do quite a bit to it. There has to be an option for players to compete on the same level. So if you have, players that are just stacked in here with all of the heroes. So when we look here, if you have all of the heroes stacked, you're going to be above 98% of the players just because you have all the heroes built to compete in PvP. So it's not even going to make Guild Wars worth it because all of your teams are stacked. They can even just call it something else. Even if they call it Guild Wars, they just need to change it. They definitely need to rework something on there. Wonder if we got a couple unlocks in the Field of Stars. I was just thinking about that, guys. When we make a lot of progression in here, Field of Stars, once they introduce this, makes a really big difference, guys. Definitely unlock all of your Field of Stars. It gives you bonus loot for everything. You get increased loot, you get bonus loot, you get more Labyrinth tokens, you get more gold. Make sure, guys, as you're doing progression, you are leveling up the Field of Stars as soon as possible because it'll make progression easier. It'll make progression faster. Oh man, my level 4 guild with 5 members will absolutely crush guild. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, with the guild, guys, try to get in more active guilds. Guilds bring a lot of benefits now because even looking here, guilds bring benefits when they come in here. You get guild chests, you get a bunch of different things. Out here, we haven't gotten high enough or leveled up enough to get chests, but now guilds are bringing rewards. There are a couple events that are guild focused, but guilds bring a lot more rewards. Honestly, when you start performing well, even with the 80s Hero Guild, which I joined when I started AFK Arena, still in it with all the faction accounts and the FHG account, we get bonus rewards all the time. So I think it's every couple days we get extra tree juice, tree juice. We get some extra stuff in there, which I definitely like. What hero do you think have aged better and will still be relevant endgame? One of my favorite heroes that are the original OGs is Pharrell. Pharrell, guys, they did a rework. They made him stronger. He has crowd control. He has energy disintegration. He is very, very powerful. We've used him a lot in the Abyssal Expedition. When he's fighting other teams, he has a Terrorize, which affects 3 enemies 3 seconds. Plus, he has massive stuns when it comes to all of his furniture. It is very powerful with his energy disintegration as well. He's one of my favorites. He's always been one of my favorites. From even way back when I started, Pharrell is a monster to deal with. He's very tough. And I still use him. I still use him going into 36. So depending when you start looking late end game, I know a lot of the comps, even when they run all Negrez, most people run Pharrell in there as well. Yep, Rowan, Alna will always be played. Taylene, it seems like, has dropped off a little bit. Not as many people are running Taylene. In the tower, you definitely will. But yeah, Alna, unique. Lucy, of course, will be run. Rowan, just the utility Rowan brings himself is absolutely crazy. What budget team should you build around Damon? Damon's a hero that just needs crowd control. That's really the big thing with Damon. You have to give him time to get up his shields to scale a little bit. So anything that can support him. So if you're running him with Rowan, if you're running him with Silas, if you're running him with Pharrell, some of the crowd control teams will work very well because you have to give him time to get up the blood shield and do all of the things that he does. Because he actually steals all of his percentage of max health is stolen. And then with his signature item as well, it steals the attack rating and the defense rating. He has to get the blood shield up. He has to have time to scale. The enemies can burst him down before that point, which is the reason that you have to get him to scale. Never really used Pharrell. I feel Oden, Isabella Thorne are most useful. Yeah, Damon, Pharrell, Oden, Brutus, Tassie, the crowd control aspects work very, very well. But guys, that will do it for our live stream for today. New heroes on the way. The patch notes usually drop on Monday. The patch will probably drop on Tuesday, meaning that I believe Wednesday, just like we've seen here. So on Wednesday or Thursday, the Celestial Tower will be up. It might have been Tuesday. I don't remember the 3 days that it was on rotation, but the Celestial Tower is coming. If you're looking at building the new Walker hero, just hold off. If you already have all the heroes built, go ahead and build them. But ultimately, hold off. See exactly how well the hero is going to do. I don't want you to spend, again, a bunch of resources in there and then the hero not perform, or it be another hero that you're not going to use, essentially, especially if you're putting an investment behind it. So again, guys, that will do it for tonight. Lewis, if you have a lot more questions, definitely hit up Javid. Put the link in there for Discord. If you can go ahead, put some questions in Discord, just put them in the AFK Arena general chat. A lot of people in there will answer them. Yeah, a little bit longer. We're at about an hour and 20 minutes, guys. But I love doing the stream. As many of you guys know, I love doing the stream. I love the interactions. I love being able to talk to you guys, to interact with you guys. That's why I try to answer messages on YouTube. That's why I try to answer Discord. That's why I love doing the question and answer. It's a nice time to sit down and actually hear from you guys and see what you guys think. So again, guys, big shout out to Javid. Big shout out to Shin Evil and everybody else that has been answering the questions and helping me with all of the streams and YouTube. So big shout out to all of the viewers. Absolutely love making the videos, guys. It is very, very cool. We're almost to, I believe, 17,500 subscribers. So we're definitely getting there every single day. New players are joining, guys. We got new subs to the channel. Pay to win account is getting there. We have merchandise up. We have memberships up. We have subscriptions up. Everything is doing awesome. All right, guys. So again, that will do it. Have a great night.